but I know that.
No. He walks off and they're like, he didn't watch Rocky.
That's right. He didn't see Rocky.
Speaking of that scene, how weird, there's just a style of filming in the 80s where it was more like theatrical production. Those four guys, when Michael Keaton's in the auto factory with his other engineers, they're literally talking in a straight line, all open body towards your audience, which is a very like stage play kind of way of shooting something, very unnatural, unrealistic. There's another shot where Caroline and Jack are sitting on the edge of their bed together, but they're both sitting away from each other, 3/4 to the audience having a conversation. It's the most very stage play kind of thing that you would see. It's super weird.
In that first scene, they were actually in a car manufacturing plant. That wasn't a set. They were in like a place that made cars. You can't fake where they were at because it was like you could see all that stuff happening in the background, and there was sparks flying, and that was maybe the only place they could stand.
They CG'd it. It was, oh, wait a second. They probably couldn't CG it. It was 1983.
It was all stop motion and clay.
I actually think that particular scene was a green screen behind them or a movie screen behind them, because those sparks would have been literally on their backs.
Are you serious?
Scene.
It was that. So hold on.
Maybe it's just depth perception.
Who's on my team? Who thinks they were actually in a car manufacturer, and who believes that they were force perspecting it from either a screen or something like that? They were at a car.
The first piece of footage that was an actual car manufacturing plant could have been taken isolated, not even on that same shooting day.
Absolutely.
And other sets could have been created afterwards.
Oh, I don't know. I want to believe they were there for some reason, but you might be right.
Okay, you know what? They were there. I care.
It was 83. They were there. There was no safety.
You know what? You're right. They could have just...
Everybody was on fire. They were filming 3 Men and a Baby there too. There was a baby at the car place.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they brought this in 3 Men and a Baby. They brought the baby through everything, including, facing the drug dealer. So, like, I think, you couldn't leave the baby with a babysitter. You're going to bring him on that little sting with the drug dealers.
And there's that part at the end where like they take the baby with them on all of their jobs. Like Ted Danson's like rehearsing, and he turns around, he's got like the baby on his back. Like, good God.
Yeah. And then you have Tom Selleck bring him to like a construction site with that little pink hat on. I was like, that's not gonna help if a beam falls on her head.
But it's so cute.
It is cute.